buildings over. I would go, but I'm watching this scene over here in case they want to look at it further.
Definitely.
So it should be cool for.
Lincoln Henry King 7836. That's that the one?
Negative. They advise a green Nissan Frontier. Marshall John George John.
Keep a lookout.
Proceed.
Yeah, you couldn't find the subject.
JL, ETL, JL 10.
Go ahead. Is that subject balding on top?
Go ahead.
754 to 736.
736.
Are you 10 seconds?
Their dog and its owner. The call center advised them to go back home and not interact with them. Just occurred.
10-4. Were they in an active disturbance?
We'll get clarification.
10-4. Main route.
Dispatch clear.
Go ahead.
What's the condition of the vehicle?
Yeah, you can swing too. We figured out who they're with.
10-4, same thing here.
One.
Go ahead.
The vehicle is confirmed through Cedar Park.
Do we have an update?
Negative. Caller was no longer behind the vehicle.
Receive. ETA, you should make it.
Proceed.
732 traffic.
732.
Little Sunshine Parking Lot on Sam Paul 0018 black BMW 330i.
732, your radio broke up slightly. Copying, confirming that I copied correctly. Tom Sam Paul 0018.
10-4.
Proceed. Edward 413, are you clear on that 43 return?
They're sensitive. Oh, they're very sensitive. Come on.
Well, didn't they make their millions off video games? Isn't that their big thing?
Yeah. Well, used to be. Well, it still is, but, I mean, they, okay, I'm gonna get off the studio mode. They, yeah, they did make their money off of that. They still do. It just, there's a lot of other stuff though that they do now.
Hey, dash cam viewers, first off, welcome to East Austin. And before too long here, you're about to get a very cool frontal visual. They have, keep it real, they've done a good job with the new East 6th.
This guy down there is a black male, man, and I pulled up in the gas station to clean my seat out, and I couldn't get out. The guy stood right here at my mirror, looking at me, going, bleep, bleep, bleep. You know, I'm like, come on, man. You know, I don't mind helping people, but you're gonna stand there and literally not even let me open my door? Screw you.
You know what I've seen? You know what I've seen in my beautiful neighborhood? So, like McDonald's and the typical drive-through places, right? You got the one window where you pay, then you go up to the second window, you get your food, right? Our unhoused homeless neighbor friends are standing in the middle of the two windows doing that kind of stuff because they're right there and you can't move and they can't move. And
yeah, well, I'm not going to deal with that. And then I got, you know, after like 3 minutes of standing, like right here, you know, he was like standing between, like in right with his back to this mirror. And I started pretending I was talking on my phone and like, Jesus Christ. And then I guess he got tired of standing there and he went out into the service road, the access road, and blocked traffic and started doing circles.
yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't get my camera out quick enough though. But I know when I was leaving the gas station, he was back at the gas station.
You went back for more. He went back.
Well, you know, look, I don't mind helping people, but when you're going to be that pushy about it, I'm sorry, man. I ain't got time for that.
There are a certain segment of the population, both housed and unhoused, that their mission in life is to be a big middle finger to everybody.
Well,
and it's sad.
He definitely is. You'll see him. He's wearing a long sleeve shirt and pants, and I think it was a maroon type shirt, gray pants. I'm surprised he didn't get ran over on the service road. Literally, the way he was out there like twirling like a ballerina, and people were honking, and I'm surprised somebody hadn't called the cops on him yet, unless the cops have already been out there and they know who he is and they know he's acting like an idiot and they're just not going to do anything about it. Which, that's very, very possible.
And see, for our listeners in Los Angeles and Houston and metropolitan areas beyond, what we lack in drive-bys and organized crime, we make up for in gas station freakouts and machete attacks. You just don't know where it's coming from around here.
Speaking of the machete attacks, you know the machete attack that happened this past weekend?
Yes. The guy where there was one attack and he circled back and came back. Okay.
I was out in the camps this morning and met a guy, one of the guys that I know in the Barton Creek Greenbelt was with the guy that got his face slashed that night.
Yikes.
It was over a girl.
No. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it was over a girl. Well, they said this homeless guy came up to him, and they didn't know this guy. They had never seen him before. And he walked up and was like, have you seen whatever the girl's name was? And they're like, I don't know who that is. And he started freaking out, and Aaron is the homeless guy that I know. His buddy stood up because the guy was starting to, kind of puff up. And so he stood up, getting ready to protect himself, and that dude reached in and pulled out the machete. He said the machete was only like that long. He sliced him right across the side of the face with it.
Gave one of those prison hellos.
Yeah, he said it cut his jaw complete, like right here, completely open into his mouth.
Yikes.
And he said it was weird. It happened. The guy, struck like incredibly quick. Let's see if this old boy's still here. I know he's still here. He's got.
Oh, this one? I thought you meant.
No, right here.
The Texaco, or it used to be, whatever the hell it is.
I'm almost certain he's got to still be in this area.
He might be at the greatest Wendy's in Texas.
No, he came. He was here when I pulled up, and then he went to that parking lot and went through it, and then came back here. I'll see him. If I see him, I'll know him. He's got a mustache. Believe me, I got a really good look at him. I was parked right here, and he stood right here. Something's wrong with him.
Yeah. As they say, he needs an extra level of care.
I don't see him, but he was here. Like, and then he went into that parking lot, went all the way down to that street, and then worked his way back up and came here again. Unless he moved on, maybe he's down 6th.
He could just hop one block over.
I'm sure he probably makes the rounds to these gas stations. And you know what? If a female, if I was a female, and a guy acting like that stood right here by the door, I would be scared enough to use force against him.
Anyone should be, unless you're prime Arnold Schwarzenegger. You should be worried about behavior like that. Everyone should.
Especially, somebody that is not going to be able to defend themselves very easily. No, but I don't see him. He was here. Shit, I hadn't been gone from here that long. 10 minutes tops.
He could literally be in a bush, inside the garbage can.
There he is, right there.
There, see?
There he is.
The purple shirt.
Yep, that's him. I thought it was maroon, but that's him.
Or what? Yeah, whatever.
See how he's acting?
Oh, hell yeah. Him and Michael Jackson and Abraham Lincoln are having a whole conversation over
It's
there.
too far over there, but no, that's him. I'm gonna.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, you're good, dude. I'm gonna see if he comes back over here.
Right now,
I'm gonna get a video.
if you're looking on the dash cam, he's about 1 o'clock. He's pointing at the highway.
I start filming. I can't talk in it.
Yeah, looks like Hills 12 there was an echo. Can you tonight? What's the Hills 12? I have one in custody. Clear, one in custody.
Let's see if he comes back this way.
He is having a conversation with the highway.
Yeah, when he got out here on the highway, he was dancing like a fairy and talking, screaming. You could hear him, even with the windows up, I could hear him screaming. So, he's got some mental issues. Well, obviously, he's got some mental issues.
Yeah,
But
a couple. Now he's stretching because you got to be ready, ready for action.
well, with the way he was,
9500 block of Patchak northbound. For white sand in the middle lane.
tell you what, I'm not going to just keep sitting here waiting on this guy, but it would make a really good video for Dash.
It's pretty far from where we're at. But,
Hey, it's pretty interesting right now.
description somewhat matches, so we'll just have someone check out.
Like he's directing traffic.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
Everybody go north.
He was here. Yeah, he's pointing at something.
Uh-oh. He's hailing a cab on the feeder road?
I highly doubt he would remember me from just a
No.
little bit ago. That guy's so far off in his own world right now that
No, it's like the old mental competency test where you gotta give a piece of paper and a
Like
pencil.
you see him giving the karate kick to the sign.
No, I missed the karate kick.
Yeah, he just karate kicked the sign.
Now we're talking to the sign, maybe the van. But yeah, if you asked him to draw a circle with on a piece of paper, fold it in half, and give it back to you, that ain't happening. Not with him.
No, I could almost guarantee you probably couldn't even hold a conversation.
No.
It's out of the roadway. It's not blocking the
I would imagine anyway.
as stated. Just confirm he gets on the flyover from
Oh my God.
Did he sit down? Oh, okay, yeah, he did. He sat down.
It's right next curves, just past Burnett Road, between Burnett and Lamar.
Man, the zoom on this is great. I love this Google Pixel.
Yeah, the cameras have been a great leap forward with them. Not like China's great leap forward. That one ended really badly.
Like, I could count his fingers from here with this camera. It's pretty awesome.
King Edward North, Davis 12-1.
Alright.
Blackmail. Where do you want me to run, madam? Totally, please.
Let's see. Man.
407, do we have CMS or not?
We do not have EMS around. You would start them.
I think the Austin Fire incident page is down.
Well, I've been, whoa, I got losing this balance. I've been starting to pay attention to the calendar and when I'm on social media, what the upcoming events and all that kind of thing in mind the channel. Because not everything's bad news. And do you know who's going to be here Friday night at the Moody Theater, aka ACL Live?
Is that?
Bob Dylan.
Oh, nice. I hate Bob Dylan.
Now I'm not saying let's go, but it's pretty cool. He's still on tour, and I'm sure those tickets are not cheap.
I like Bob Dylan's music, but I don't like Bob Dylan as a person.
That's how I feel about Bruce Springsteen. I love the music, but him as a human leaves a lot to be desired.
Uh-oh, he's gonna go mess with these people over here. Well,
At
maybe
least
not.
his pants are on. Think of the small victories.
1047, are you clearing that head?
10-4, that was a zebra.
Yeah, he's messing with those people. I feel bad for him. Because I know how pushy he is.
Hey, that's the thing about... I said it as a joke earlier, but I wasn't kidding. Like, it comes in all directions, and there's no rhyme or reason to it around here. Like I said, this isn't the Bloods and the Crips shooting at each other. This is that kind of stuff, and it can get out of hand fast.
And Ron out of Texas and Illinois, please. Denver. 900 block of 22.
That's Crips traffic.
10 for I'm clear.
1368.
Good, sir.
So, 362 correct.
I wish the Austin Fire page was back up again,
09 and Road, advising trespass search in 1406 Dale.
but it's not.
36056, 6056.
10-4, thank you.
My cough's getting worse.
Yikes. Well, it's allergy season. All the stuff's blooming. That's not helping.
Maybe it's a tumor.
No, I think it's like the other night with the windshield. That it's all the pollen and mold and spores and monkeypox and everything else that's in the air.
Yeah, I went and bought some different window cleaner and those terry cloth towels this time.
First and clearing round. India, white male, wearing a blue shirt, blue jeans, seems intoxicated.
Howdy, Sheriff.
He's able to check my...
They got the plate readers on that one.
I first encountered plate readers in Detroit in 2004? Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, see it on the back.
Yep. But the ones I had in Detroit were in the box on the side of the road that you were going 37 miles an hour. They weren't there, but same potato.
When I started earlier, there was one of these guys on the highway up on Mopac and hit a stolen, which is what they're looking for with those. It's reading plates and looking for stolen.
It's got a mental list of...
It's got a database that it compares against, and they're quick. Repo companies use those as they're driving around, and if it hits a car that's up for repo, it gives this little alarm.
Hey, is that a great view of the Capitol building or what, people?
7252 Lazy Creek.
Like nice night tonight.
7204 Lazy Creek.
Or evening or dusk or whatever it is. Whatever we're doing, whatever year it is. And green light. Hello, tourists.
Dressing in drag. Did you see that?
Yes.
I can't talk about that though.
No.
For crying out loud.
And much like our unhoused homeless neighbor friends, that's a complicated issue with a lot of sides, and it's not a one-size-fits-all situation. Nothing in life is a one-size-fits-all situation. There's nothing that has a silver bullet answer.
An issue that'll get you banned.
Okay, does everyone see the building in front of us at 12 o'clock? I don't know the name. At night, there's a big blue neon ring around the top of the building. And the crazy rumor I've always heard that it cannot possibly be true, but you never know, is that Kanye West owns the top floor of that building. Another rumor I've heard is like half the Dallas Cowboys live in there.
I believe it.
Well, you know, thing for them to all chip in on a plane for the season and just fly back. It's a 30-minute flight. I'd live here too.
Man, I wish this was working.
For narcotics in the Rhode Island office, this works. Yeah, thank you.
It's the first time in a while this has been down.
Past, present, and future. If you want easy news, just hang out at Republic Square Park. Oh man, that's like the something out of Star Wars over here.
Sam Lincoln Robert 9776.
Sam Lincoln Robert 976.
Come in, advised. She put hands on her face. Subject's gonna be complainant's granddaughter. No weapons, units refused. It's gonna be a black female, black shirt, blue jeans. Actually, say 10-4, last.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lady Bird Lake.
Sir. 13.
1325.
Disregard the last. I found her some down.
If only you guys could see what we could see down in the water.
I don't know what's happening down there.
I think it's just everyone enjoying this nice weather before it becomes 400 degrees. You can't see it from the road, but the pedestrian sidewalk, the overpass, whatever, on the bridge is packed with people. And something's going on at the Long Center.
Transit Johnstown 47, I'm clear out on traffic, 18600 Blanco, that's 1431.
Call.
Clearing off the alarm in David 40, 12521 Swing Creek for Texas Keeper Cider.
Yeah, shout out to that Whataburger. I think the first time I ever went in that specific Whataburger, the first time I went there was 96.
Holding a missing hot shot.
It was a while back.
Tabitha. Complainant says her dad Has been missing since 4:30. He's 84 and has dementia.
6408.
The unit is able to search radium plan at downward 201.
So what research?
I'm having problems. They were really. That's a cool high school.
Tracking surroundings.
Texas School for the Deaf.
K9Q, Bush, should be on your screen. Yeah, right.
I found one muni for Fox with no Texas DL or ID.
They heard an infant in the background.
Oh Lord.
Intensely wearing a pink dress. Edward 413 clear 23.
Roll a check out that, okay.
Yeah, that's not something you want to hear on the emergency line. I heard an infant in the background.
Yeah.
The crime prior at 18001 Worth.
Shit.
Three Baker House.
3 Baker 5.
451 this location for the force.
Medic 10, Montgomery. What is it for? I apologize. It's a self-custody.
Uh-huh.
Ambulance is on hold.
I didn't know that story existed. It's been a while since I've been down south first.
2001 engine.
No, he's on there, they're compliant.
I need Joe, Frank.
Traffic injury.
Well, we are.
Traffic collision. Traffic collision.
221 dispatch. Go ahead.
We are stopped along the new school 21st century
Clears
south
from the
first.
harassment with a supplement.
Elevator rescue in progress.
It's got to be right behind us in downtown, right?
That 99 vehicles unoccupied at the game room, 9806 Middle Fiskville Road. We're going to sit down for a little bit and then recover if no one comes out.
Middle Fiskville Road. A lot of traffic accidents right now.
Hey, I think EMS's mental health unit is staging. Are they clear to enter?
Traffic collision.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Alright.
114, go ahead. 52359, repeating 52359. All equipment is functional. I got board down since 8:14.
Yeah, the reason I guess the elevator rescues in downtown is I think it was a KXAN, one of our local channels. I heard an interesting little factoid. Back in the 80s and 90s, the most common 911 call on 6th Street was, or the most common 911 call downtown was bar fight on 6th Street. All right, it was fist fight city back then. These days, in the 2020s, most common 911 call is stuck elevator in the high rises.
Okay.
Every day, around the clock.
Makes sense. Alright. There's nothing happening tonight.
Yeah, not yet.
You want to follow me in your cloud?
What
No,
time
I'm
is
already going.
8 o'clock? It's
Not really.
around 9 o'clock or so. Of all things, 6th Street should get jumping, but it's comedy is replacing music here in Austin. It really, really is. And it's basically the open mics have kind of started now, and around 9 o'clock.
What?
Ten 14 to check welfare. 1401 had a backup thermal on Baker 10. Building number 2.
Yeah, there's a billboard for
And
that
then
stuff.
apartment number, there's a female screaming. We're trying to get further.
Alright. Let's go to a trash fire. There ain't nothing else
trash
happening,
fire.
so.
And I'm not sure the block number. Native Madrone, Nora David Nora, 9193, white BMW SUV.
Anyway,
Not far
my
from
point
here.
of that stuff is
I
it's,
think this is an actual homeless camp. It may be. It's in an area where they usually have a lot of homeless
We have a
camps.
100 block across street.
As it's called, Native Madrone and Highlands.
Present.
754 traffic.
but yeah, these days on 6th Street, it's not people getting down there getting wasted anymore. It's a big race to be the next Joe Rogan.
Mary 9035, it's a white work truck.
Present.
Probably status, but here.
Charlie 3 limits. You have traffic?
Negative, that's what
Summer Moon Coffee Shop. I think I did stand up here.
US 290, you got 9039
Okay,
staging.
well, we're gonna turn
1475.
401
Check that
Laramie.
trailer hitch.
I know this area that we're going
Oh,
to.
yeah.
Or
Yeah, we passed the original location of Innoveneer Records a while back.
401 Laramie.
10-4, it's going to be item.
Come on, come on, come on.
There's a Johnny Law right there behind us.
All right. 2.3 miles.
Straight ahead or no?
1233.
Oh, we're heading into the jungle.
Well, kinda. It's off of Manchaca.
That is a wild intersection down there.
This is actually in a neighborhood, so this is
But
not
we're-
going to be a homeless camp.
No, it's not specifically homeless. It's just a wild area in general.
770-06. It's going to come back to Maryland, Carson.
Let's see. I think we're probably going to stay. Yeah, we're going to stay on the service road.
There's new stuff on that building.
Transfer from APD. Complainant was sitting at a friend's porch. Complainant friend got into an argument with a neighbor. Neighbor came onto the scene and assaulted the complainant. It occurred 3 minutes ago.
Railroad tracks. Use caution as you're coming up to where we were talking, or where we met up earlier. Homeless gentleman on the other side of the railroad tracks is none too happy we're on here. A little fired up. So be
A little
cautious.
fired up. Homeless gentleman, a little fired up.
Negative.
A
We're in
little
the
bit.
turnaround for Whitey Creek.
I think
Dialed up
he-
to a 10 immediately.
I think they met my friend from just a minute ago. He was a little fired up.
Is he having a bad day?
I thought that was that cop. Or I would have been speeding.
Speaker 5, I have tried sitting route.
4 minutes. 4 minutes.
You may receive correct passcode from the key holder requesting to cancel.
Be ahead of us and block the lanes. I'm clear.
Man, I wish that. Okay, so they're back up. That's good.
303.
That,
Back on the you can start one of the
that's gonna
sectors.
be up. Yep, good deal. Trash fire. 2401 Laramie.
I'm not seeing anything. If I can see to point with me, they can. But
Now
I'm
I
getting
can
six.
cut this
and I can start
stupid
through those
thing
sections.
off.
Good one.
2729 by
God damn.
identification card.
I've been at work since 7 this morning.
Yikes.
Good.
The shit wears me out after a while.
5421.
There's the current end of it.
What's that?
The current location of Indivineer Records.
Caller
I smelled
just
the fire,
left
but I don't think
parking
that
in a
would be the
nearby
fire we're going
firehouse.
to. Well,
We're
I would
getting the
hope not
location
anyway.
for EMS to be started.
It's an unrelated
Subject jumped
fire.
on top of
If
the
it
complainant,
is,
punched her,
that's
bit her, and grabbed
a big
their neck
fire.
and hair.
Oh man, Dan sounds so good right now.
No longer on scene.
2041, I'm heading with
You know, this stuff's starting again.
Oh, that's been starting. Those people been out there for quite some time.
We're second quad on Robert Thomas. I believe it's Henry or William. And 1744 is a blue Toyota sedan.
Why is it every time I need to get somewhere, we catch every red light?
Every red
Every
light.
single time.
West Lake Hills 12.
All I want to do is just go.
Lake Hills 12, 23 at
I want that button that the 800, the rapid buses have that can switch the lights.
Oh, yeah.
Wonder if I could pay a bus driver to smuggle me one out.
2010.
I bet it only works on the routes that they're on, though. Like, that technology.
It's probably one of those you gotta log into it things. And it's just like the signal's always on, but you gotta be able to log in and out.
I'm gonna pay a hacker to
Yeah.
log me in. I need a hacker. That's what I need.
Caller is going to be at 9211 Circle
Yeah, okay.
Drive.
Okay.
At the
Any
Hotel Fire
free
Station,
agent
and a
hackers,
Silver
give
Ford
us a call.
F-150.
We need you to make some credit cards.
If you want to make $50,
1034 with a not clear and expired driver's license.
we're a non-profit. Remember that. We're here.
Yeah, that was cool. I'd been down South First in a while. We're coming up on where the old music rooms are. Or wherever you want to think of it.
Hall 4,
Jones Road.
Nora 4, 11950. So,
Yeah, I smell something.
Alright, this should be right here. Almost right here. I smell it too.
Sedan. 928, social 17.
Surely it wasn't that big of a trash
The
fire
residue there,
though.
but
I guess it could be. I mean,
Well, this
We
is,
should
you know, Greg
see them
Hazard's
right
Austin. We
here.
could have multiple
Okay.
arsons going at the same time.
oh wait, I'm on the wrong road.
Also thrown by the subject
I was about to say,
at the
alright,
fire
well they're not there.
station. Also stating that there are going to be 2 service dogs on the property that are not aggressive.
And they're not here either. What in the heck happened? Did we come all the way down here for no reason?
Training a clear advising on
Or are they
this
right
is
there?
Carson
That's there they are.
32 Lamar Square. 26 is the subject sleeping in front of
Yeah,
the
they just
location.
stunk up the
Just to be aggressive,
neighborhood.
Both of the name of Austin Whitewell right
There
here.
they are. Miss America. Alright.
Oh, that lady is thrilled that we're here.
Oh, who cares? We're on a public street, man. She wants to get pissy. We can get pissy. I smell it.
Oh, yeah.
hey, Rolette's going to go with you.
Connect your
75
Facebook
with you,
VR
send for
headsets,
75,
and
or you
you can smell it too.
But she's on her way right now.
Alright, well, we're not just gonna sit here and watch nothing happen.
Two.
Alright.
Oh, there was a bundle of joy.
I bet. Oh, they're in the backyard. I just saw them back there.
Oh, with someone pulling an old Louisiana burn the trash in a barrel back there.
This is upgrade for trespass urgent. Complainant called back. States the subjects are physically fighting in the apartment.
Oh.
Recall from 75.
Did you hear the address?
No, I didn't.
Help me catch those addresses. That's what I'm missing a lot.
Careful. be able to start for an assistant EMS, also ET at 15711 Death Road, Department 3501.
Ooh.
What?
I know where that complex is, Dessau Road.
Oh, it's way up north.
Yeah. It's very interesting back there. Looks like a bomb went off.
Alright, so now he's cleared the call. Close your authorized.
Sure wish I had that the address with it.
That's where it was Dessau Road. Yeah, it's quite a distance away from here. And that won't be the... That's just the beginning. There will be another fist fight at an apartment complex on Dessau Road before the night's done.
County units around the Circle Drive. I was able to run the suspects. It's a Jason Lewis Coleman showing negative. Current and clear on the DL. Also has mental health history.
Going to be the assistant manager.
Circle Drive.
Circle C?
February 49 traffic.
That is down south of us just a little ways. What's happening?
Yeah, Highlands Boulevard and Anfield Circle. Stand by.
It was the one I'm thinking of. It's like,
It's down.
yeah, the
it's
Circle C or Circle S or something.
It's a very tiny little street.
Yeah.
Down in South Austin.
It's a pretty crazy trailer park down near there.
Tom William King, 5224 on a gray Tesla.
Proceed to Anfield Circle at Santa Monica. Go ahead.
Frank Lincoln, 87.
It's a pretty good jaunt down here, man. This may be considered county.
10-4.
Now, the city limits go to South Park Meadows, right? I'm pretty sure.
10-4.
I think it's that old Spanish trail that's behind South Park Meadows is where the city limits are. This is why we have maps.
10-4, 819.
This is past Slaughter. This is way past South Park Meadows.
Oh yeah, that's Hayes County.
Like, oh yeah, this is way past.
Yeah, never mind.
I don't know why I'm heading down there, to be quite honest.
No, you can. Hey, I got a funny story about this park near Crockett High School up here.
We'll be good for thank you.
Yeah, either Stasny or William Cannon. You can go left or right.
David 13, final
Right, go back up Lamar.
They've
left,
already cleared that trash fire call.
Clear, Nelson Delma Highway, running on block with the backpack hospital.
Viewers and listeners, welcome to South Austin.
311 clear off the route. Supervisor clear.
20.
10-4.
I've known so many people over the years who have gone to that high school. Shout out to the Crockett Cougars.
I saw a guy die in the parking lot there.
I'm not surprised.
There's a AA and NA place right there by the Catfish place. The guy was at an AA meeting and used in the bathroom there. Walked outside and dropped in the parking lot. They tried CPR, they tried, and they couldn't get him back.
49, I got a
That's a
deal number by.
Yeah, it was bad.
Good.
It was really, really bad. Especially when his family showed up in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Number 408.
Dude, leaf blower over there.
Are you able to find the cab number for the call on Sunday where the 100s went out somewhere near here on this gentleman?
Let me see if I can find it.
There she
Or
is.
thank you guys. I think it's possibly off about somewhere.
If it doesn't pick up tonight, I'm probably gonna kill it at about 9 or 9:30.
Chris
happening.
TNG, Charlie 36, and out traffic hazard, 1800 block of Chestnut Avenue. Or is advising him there's a construction
Shit.
hole, there's a metal plate that fell in, and people are in
Please don't run
immediate
into me.
danger.
Or them.
Chris 400 block of Soundmaster.
Oh man.
1074 with a clear and current driver's license let off.
This is the intersection. There's a Sprouts over here, right?
Yep. And a shortstop with the best
224.
That's,
BLTs.
they're pretty good. They know how to make a hamburger. If we were to go to the right, don't.
We'll be out
But
of
if
the
we were to go to the
apartment
right,
updated to,
there's
building
a
five,
throwed off
apartment
bowling alley
160.
over there. But that isn't every bowling alley throwed off to some degree or another.
So far.
It's just weird, or at least it used to be. It's this combination of drug addicts and like people like in The Big Lebowski who take it way too seriously.
This leads to my next question, whichever reason is the source of the data surge, all three point back to the fact that the strategies that are being
Ever 414 return.
Good.
is not working. Almost the opposite is the case.
1074 to a green
Correlation
Jeep
between the homeless
out
man
of Austin.
is true well beyond Austin. From the last year's piece today, we are able to report that we are on track to succeed in our goal of 13. But the other portion of the money goes to
Complaint
the
of
social
tumbling to the head.
services from today's piece.
So more.
What we haven't done a great job of
Tower 30
is
to 31, I'm clearing around to the alarm in David 30, 515 South Capitol, Texas Highway, northbound for Whitewood, Capitol.
Check, so brother.
We're still anyway to the west front MHO. Do you need one page down?
Yes, we're going to use each other.
Hand on one.
Well, I
The
can't talk
suspect
about that
department
yet.
is 160M. Not sure if that's shown on the pre-plan,
I
and they
will
are
talk
allegedly
about that
cousins.
tomorrow. I
408 Buchanan 1. Hey, just
What is
3
tomorrow,
on 4th
Thursday?
Street.
Thursday.
Subject from the suspicious person call, off breaker, is not our guy. So he is still potentially over here.
The guy in the fist fight at Death's house still loose.
Sounds to me like we should be in the north and working. South end's dead.
Yes, if we want to sleep down here.
He's having issues with receiving.
So I'm gonna go hop on 35 and we'll go to the north side. If they're still talking about Death Solve when we get up there, we're gonna check it out. Especially if they're looking for somebody.
Well, just even on a good day, it is popping off over there nonstop.
Well, the DPS helicopter was up earlier when they were chasing down a guy in a stolen car,
Yeah.
and I think is that it right there? No, that's the Army.
That used to be an HEB.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they closed it a while back.
You can tell I have not been down this way in a while.
Log back in.
County Square.
Medical helicopter is up over the area. I wonder if they're helping search for that guy because they're making laps up there around Dessau Road. PHI AirMed 1. I can't imagine they would be helping in the search.
Because of the way the stormwater drains up in that neighborhood, like there's all kinds of alleys between the backyards, and there's places to run.
I smell fire again.
I smell. Oh, this. No, it just looks like. Did it? That looks like it burned down. That did. That's what you're smelling.
Was it burned down?
Fuck. Excuse me. Yes, it was.
That from the
For
street.
real, it was burned down.
Sub 36 clear citation.
How did I miss that?
Not the whole complex, just like the leasing office in that first front building.
How did I miss that?
They were just making orders.
God dang, man. I pay for all these stupid services to alert me when things are happening. I pay for these damn... I still miss stuff, man. See, that's what's killing me, and I can't figure out a way to get around that. I can't figure out a way to stay plugged in.
732, my 43 is 28.
My thought
December of 21.
is more play the geography of the situation. There's certain streets, certain roads, certain this, that keeps coming up all the time. Be near it. You know?
Well, no, I mean, like, what I'm talking about is like when I'm at home working, to know when things are happening, or in the middle of the night, to know when things are happening. And
so you like get the alerts on your phone or whatever?
Yeah, I pay for services to alert me when that stuff is happening, and I still miss stuff.
Honestly, if it's going on through the 911 system,
6934.
a lot of that stuff's getting diverted to 311, and it's like it's not your system's fault, it's the stupid city and the way they're downgrading everything to juke the statistics.
And then it looks like
That way they can say there was a 70% drop in violent crime. Well, of course there was when you weren't looking for any, and you didn't arrest anybody.
they're blocking some debris in the roadway. AFD is clear.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. People don't understand how serious the situation is.
Charlie 3 is the Charlie 3 is go ahead. Yeah, the road covering that the construction put in here is completely fallen in, and it is a big hole in the roadway. Can we get somebody out here from the city possibly? General.
05 traffic, Bowman Garden.
Hold on for you, discard.
Henry 406, down there for 6934, east and west service, westbound. Looks like this is a call from Frank. Sex crime is requesting us to check by the location for a missing baby.
We're gonna go north.
It's a 13-day-old baby named Caleb Matthews.
Wayside School.
Came
Yeah,
from
I got
Frank,
no
the original
argument
calls
with
over in
parents and
Frank. I'm
Applebee's
reading
once.
their context really quick. Hang on.
No worries. Fly this unit out. Can you make contact directly with Section 9 so you can get a brief?
10-1.
Yeah, this is like the least traffic you're ever going to see on 35. Creepy. There's something good on TV tonight? Is that what it is?
That was upgraded to a 1 on Carson. EMS is en route. It's been holding for 9 hours. The subject is alive. The complainant thought he was suicidal. She made contact with him earlier. Can I downgrade it again?
10-4 is fired, medical. You gotta check on him.
It looks like EMS is
Some
en route.
aggressive driving.
10-4, just hit taking RS if they need us.
Never understood that.
Zero 5 27 29 out of Florida.
Yeah.
Last name Wingfield, William, Ida, Nora, King, Frank, Ida, Edward, Lincoln, David. First name Larry, Lincoln, Adam, Robert, Robert Young. Black male, date of birth 08/02/1989.
Yeah. No, the whereabouts of her baby, and this is why the sex crime unit
And I
are
wish
wanting
there
us
was
to
more
check out
going on
this
tonight.
location.
Something interesting. I need to make some money. What we got? Come on. Spin the wheel. Bring something up. Nothing.
6/23 is the child believed to be alone.
All intent with sex crime.
And my ears are ringing.
Charlie 05, do you have the deal number saying no records found out of Florida?
The hotel that burned down a couple months ago is behind us.
You know what? I hate it when these tall ass trucks get behind me with their bright ass lights.
21524-892-820. Middle initial, David.
County 3 Adam 31, quick call 4. Showing negative, driver's license is valid, and when you get in town, can you go with the 28 again?
Sorry, 32. It's 47 David, Victor Queen Boy out of Florida.
Yes.
Shout out to Flat the Mink. They did the tattoo on my back.
So we were just having a conversation because a lady was dinging me online for how I pronounce Manchac, telling me that it's not pronounced like Manchac Road's not pronounced Manchac. Well, and also that it's spelled M-A-N and not M-E-N. But it's, if you look at the signs, it's spelled M-E-N. It may have been spelled M-A-N at some point, but it's not anymore.
Yeah, it was. This is why Google exists. It was like 2018, 2019. The city officially changed the name.
Well,
the name.
Here's
They did it with a bunch of other streets too.
It's pronounced Manchac. I'm sorry, but it's always been pronounced Manchac, not Manchaca.
The way I interpret that stuff is you recently arrived here if you're pronouncing it that other way.
It's Manchac, just like Guadalupe. It's Guadalupe, not Guadalupe. If you've been around Austin for any length of time, you'll hear like Manchac is pronounced Manchac.
Nothing around here is pronounced properly.
Well, look at Bear County.
Yeah.
And Bernie, B-O-R-N-E.
Yep. This is what happens when you try to speak Spanish, English, and German at the same time, you know?
Well, German is huge in Texas. There's a lot of big German population in Texas. My mom is from Germany. My dad married my mom. Went after the Vietnam War over there. He was stationed at Ramstein.
Oh, okay.
Got my mom a citizenship. Marrying an American.
I know a lot of people that did that, but they were mostly did it in Korea.
Well, I'll tell you about sloppy autos in a little bit. You know what a sloppy auto is?
No, I do not.
It's the German sloppy Joe.
Oh, okay.
And it is delicious. All right, let's take turns. I'll be right back. You want a pack?
Clear.
Hang on.
George 6101, it has a card that says, Lisa, we have court today, 4324 at 2:30, call me.
Looking at the thing. I'm still here. We are parked next to the boat launch for the infamous Lady Bird Lake. Okay, our dash cam viewers. You see that white SUV directly in front of us? You see the brown sign above the white SUV? That's the off-ramp to go to the boat launch for Lady Bird Lake. Or to dump your dead body, whatever you happen to be up to that night. I do have one complaint with the audience so far. We haven't gotten any comments, at least not on the messenger he has up. So, what are y'all? Guess everyone's asleep. There we go. Finally, a sign of life.
Yeah, give me a call. I'm reading the report from yesterday.
Hey, alarm on Gregory Place.
I'm looking at the thing, and I'm looking at stuff, and hey, thank y'all for showing up. Hopefully, when we get up to El Norte, there'll be some action up there. Yeah, this is creepy. Of the Final Four on. You know, they're showing all the Transformers movies in a row. Nobody's out. It is strange. What's today? April? It's the middle of the semester. Maybe finals aren't coming up. I don't think that. Or are they? I don't know. Maybe that's where everyone is. They're all studying for finals.
There's a white male about 5'10", wearing a white hat, maroon shirt, black backpack. Appeared to be dropped off 10 minutes ago. He's currently by the drainage ditch next to the complainant's house, and he's alone. Just looks suspicious.
Suspicious person call. What in the world?
23.
I'm looking at stuff on the phone. Well, while I got a moment here, I'm Brian Cook, well-liked local comedian. Follow me on Blastbeat ATX on Instagram and Twitter. The Instagram's the more professional end of it. Twitter is a rock fight. That's how I would describe it. And now, we have Jamie.
1302.
Zyro Foxtrot. What's up, buddy?
Oh, I did a little 5-minute routine. It wasn't a routine, it wasn't playing, it was a freestyle. I'm like Eminem, but so it was chastising the audience. We hadn't had one comment tonight. I got a laugh out of zero. So, thank you for listening.
3 feet, 1302, Street 3.
And if you haven't listened to it before, that Jamie is like a straight up newscaster, serious journalist. I'm a comedian. I'd like to think when we do the show together that it's like Cops meets Mystery Science Theater 3000. You give a little commentary to what you're seeing.
That Brianna Hollis post, I'm going to tell you right now, that really made no sense whatsoever.
Hey,
but it is what it is.
You know what kind of pills these people are on? Hey, I'm on the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Something is happening around the lake. I'm telling you, I think everybody knows it.
110.
I mean, when you look at everything that's happened and the
122.
the details of all these missing men and their deaths, if they're not connected, the odds of that happening are so astronomical.
22.
Yeah, for sure.
304.
Yep, you're right, man.
Everyone, you can show me the
730 when you're ready to get out. What district?
I-35.
It'll be an A and B, and you can put me in C and D.
Brilliant.
Well, here's my bigger issue with those people who do and behave like that. This Twitter. Are you the grammar police? What do you care?
That's Twitter for you.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
1334, we connect.
Infamous Riverside Drive is what is in front of us.
Yeah.
North Plaza, turn around on them. Nails, black shirt, black bike, black shorts.
I got a good mind to drive down there and take a picture of the fucking street sign at this point. Because she's still arguing with
Hey,
me.
it's right open. I'm using my mental map.
It's way down.
Yeah, we have to cross Ben White again. Because it's it makes a Y at Lamar. Ben White's up there. Old Horse. You can cut over on Old Horse.
Well, if I wasn't so tired, I would drive down there just to take a picture of the street sign.
Yeah, I'm on the phone with.
And somebody misspelled it.
If you want to give me a 21, I'll hang up. And
I mean, look, it ain't my fault. You know, look, the thing is if I post something that is wrong, people call me out on it. So I try to make sure that I'm factual in what I'm posting and reporting. Even when it comes to street names, I've been called out on, you know, the whole Manchaca thing before. And I went with what's on the street signs and what's on the map. MEN. They may. I agree that they spelt it the other way some time ago, but it's not that way anymore. And I'm not changing it. It's not me. You know, she says don't change it. I'm like, it's not me. I'm not the one changing it.
Literally write to Congress, write to Greg Kazar, call his office. He's the one who did it. He's the one who did a lot of stuff.
But it is pronounced Manchac. I'll go to my grave on that one.
And here's what's up. I think I've said this before. I have a journalism degree from Sam Houston State University. I'm a professional writer, okay? I know grammar, spelling, and punctuation inside and out. Now, when you're live streaming, when you're trying to capture the news and capture history and capture current events in the moment, you're going to misspell a word. You're going to say something wrong. The camera's going to go out. Whatever happens, you immediately go back and fix it. That's the solution. You don't you sit here and nitpick stuff. You just go back and fix it. So it's subject to change. All right? Especially in a live arena. It's insane to expect everyone to get some. You must be 100% correct at all times the first time. What? What business does that happen? Well, explosive ordnance disposal. But short of that.
Yeah, man. I know it was spelt with an A at a certain point, but look. If I spell it with an A, somebody gonna call me out on it. I spell it with an E, I don't really give a shit, to tell you the truth.
Get a life, weirdos.
It's like the more, you know, everybody wants, if you want to make money doing this, you gotta have followers. You want more followers. But the more followers you get, the more of this bullshit you gotta deal with.
Oh, the maniacs come out of the woodwork. They rise up from the muck.
Well,
and leave you weird messages on Twitter. I'm
I
laughing about it as it happens to me too.
I got a DM a while back from a guy on Twitter that told me he was going to cut the genitals off of my child, and I called the cops for that one because my kids are. I mean, kids are off limits, man. You want to come at me and, you know, whatever, that's fine, but you don't come at children. That's bullshit.
No, that's criminal, is when you come at children. Bullshit is just personal attacks at all. Why don't we stay on the issues? Why don't we stay on the subject, you know? Instead of you're a poopy head and all the 50 million variations.
Yeah, I get it, man. I get the whole thing with the Manchac, whatever, but I'm just trying to be factual. And factual is spelling it with an N-E-N.
There was no deception or deceit intended. Okay?
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, that's just, again. Okay, so Everyone has a problem with the spelling of Manchac and Manchaca. And I don't believe, trust me, I think we're making too big of a deal out of this. But, play along. Anyone has a problem with the spelling of that word, the pronunciation of that word, answer me this. Who is the mayor of Austin? Wait. Nobody knows? Is that silence? Okay, so why don't you get your priorities straight? And it's Kirk Watson, by the way. Can you name your senators? I can.
Yeah, man, you're right. That is exactly where it came from. You just jogged my memory on that one. That is exactly how it came about. I totally forgot about that.
Oh, the Statesman started that? Oh, big surprise.
Well, it was a whole story about there was a writer there with the same name. It's a long story, but anyway, that's exactly where it came about. I forgot about that. Doesn't surprise me, though. Yeah, right. Yeah, they made it plural. Guys, we're not going to stay out much longer tonight because there's just nothing happening right now. And I have been at work since 7 this morning, and I am beat. And I'm sick of eating trail mix. I want a meal. And since I can't eat fast food, well, I mean, I can. I'm not. I'm trying to get my weight under control. Trying to get my weight under control. Yeah, so today we went out. I found a camp down off of Bluff Springs. So check this out. There's 2 men that live on that. The video that I put out earlier today about Bluff Springs, there's 2 men that live there. It's one of the most cluttered camps for just to be 2 men. Anyway, the guy says that he has a bike repair business, which is laughable. But there is a mountain bike race that is coming to South Austin. It's going to be down in that area.
Oh my God.
And the promoters of that race went onto that trail because they're living on the trail that the mountain bike race was going to go through. The guy the promoter, the guy that's running it and setting it up, his name is Zachary. He's on my Twitter. He is a professional mountain biker, and he reached out to me and kind of told me about it. This is all that happened. They went down and told the men, like, look, nobody cares that you're here. Just open up the freaking trail for people to ride through. That's all they asked. And it was, they were offended by that. They were offended because they were asked to open up a public trail to get their crap off the public trail. And so we went down there this morning and was talking to them and was like, look, I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't move this stuff, the city's going to come in here and take your shit. And they were at the Brant Road camp when the city went in and shut it down. So they already had the idea that the city is targeting them, and they're probably right. So you got to look at that video and look at how much stuff that they have on that trail. They probably have more stuff in their homeless camp than I have in my whole house. And that is not, like, I'm not being facetious. That's very much a real thing. And so I don't know, we're going to go back down there in a week. We asked them nicely again today. Like, I was like, look, man, you got to move this shit off the trail or you're going to get moved out of this place. So we're going to go back and see. He even tried to sell me a puppy. Funny enough, he had 9 of them. Oh my God, there's so many dogs out there. The mama dog is a pit bull, and she was not happy to see us, but she didn't bite at us. And once we were there for a hot minute, then she started playing around with us. But 9 puppies are out there. I feel bad for them. I mean, they look like they're in good health. And, you know, there's that veterinarian company here in Austin that tries to help the homeless community that has animals. And I tried to call them to see if they could go out and check on those puppies, give them the shots that they need and whatever else. But I mean, he's taking good care of them. That's just a lot of dogs out in the woods. I kind of feel bad for him. He says that he can't take care of them, and if he can't get rid of them, who knows what's going to happen. I hope they don't just disappear. So if anybody wants a pit bull mix, they're cute dogs, they really are. Go down to that Bluff Springs homeless camp, man. He'll hook you up. No shots. No anything, apparently. I am exhausted, man. Alright, guys, I'm ending here. We will see y'all tomorrow.